Hello and welcome to a new series in my gaming channel. This is a game called Kingdom New Lands. So there are two Kingdom games as far as I know that you can be playing on Steam right now. One is Kingdom Classic, now that is known, and this one is Kingdom New Lands, which I have to pay $15 to play. I believe the other one is free to play. But this $15 with this game has been absolutely worth my time playing with. So obviously the graphic is simple if you kind of get the terms of what simple is, because it's still pixelated graphic. Yes, usually you would call that a simple graphic, but at the same time, just look at the aesthetic, look at the art style, the water reflection, and how the background is moving, and how so many things are interactive. I wouldn't go too much praise with the graphics overall when I play video game, but this is just phenomenon if you think about it. This is amazing for how simple it can look and how amazing the game can be. So now this game is, while it is a survival game and a strategy game, it is a platformer style, which means there's no up or down or what you call it side. There's no like big diversity of directions that I can go. I can always only go to the left, or I can always go to the right. But even then, the I don't know, just the scale of how much I can travel and how much I have to say calculate where I'm going. This game is balanced really well so far, in my opinion. So in the previous game, which I have spent some hours playing, the new Kingdom Classic, it had only one mission, and there were some portals that some dark creature thing gets spawned and try to take over any kind of wealth that I currently possess. Like they will try to take every items that I just gave to my settlements for example, those bow that I'm giving these guys so they can hunt things, and my crown. Crown is currently my life. And if that's taken, if they take it to their home place or whatever they're coming from, the game is game is lost. That's a game over. So my main objective is survive, and in the Kingdom Classic game, I think the game can be won by killing everyone, not my people, but destroying all of their portals. And I believe there were two of those portals on the one side and the other two on the other side. And I have managed to destroy every time I tried. I have been able to destroy everything except one. And because the longer I spend time in one world, the stronger they become, and it become increasingly difficult. And look at those little bastards. So this is a first wave, and they died immediately. With a small wall, I would have been able to defend it whole night. And I have a few hunters with bow and arrow, which can defend themselves and defend my kingdom from those dark creatures. And the longer I spend time, the different creatures appear, and some of them even steal my own people. Those creatures isn't exactly here for life. They're not here to kill me. They don't take life of any of my settlers. They just take all of our possessions until there's nothing left. So maybe there's some meaning in that. I don't know what exactly the metaphor should be. And this guy gives me a lot of money. I think he's some sort of a trader, so I'm gonna keep sending him his own way. And yeah, later on it gets very difficult to keep my people defending my kingdom, because the number decreases and it is very difficult to recruit new people. The only way that I know how I can get new people is this smaller shacks over here where new people spawn, but not all the time. It takes a long time until they spawn again, so I have to measure my time very well. I am currently very lucky that that spawn is. Oh, dog! There's a dog stuck under the tree. Okay, I know how to deal with that. There you go. Dog is free, now dog is mine. I've lost a couple of dogs in other games. I don't know why they're gone. I'm assuming I was greedy, I went too far, and they've been taken by those dark creatures. But I am not sure. I don't even know what to call these guys. Those dark things. But dogs, definitely a good thing. The fact that the new population, new citizen, new settler spawn is right next to where I spawn, and the fact that the other one is also not that far away. These are really good signs. I think I can handle this first level with no problem. So as I mentioned, so that's the end of this part of the map. Okay, my pocket is filling in, that is very nice. And this is one of their portals. Obviously that is not where I want to venture too close to. And that's where all the dark things are coming from, and I have not shown you how they look like just yet, but we will definitely be seeing a lot of them very soon. So that bigger one is not completely destroyable, but they can be shut down temporarily if I charge my units into them, and that'll stop them for a while, and that can be beneficial for me for some lengthy time. And I believe, since this is only the first level, there's no other portals that I know of. I don't think there is anyone. So the first level should be quite easy. And I think I have finished up to level 4. And after that, I just could not beat the game. I think there's up to level 5. Yeah. So my main challenge of this series is to go as far as I can and see if I can actually beat the whole game. And if I cannot, that's fine. And then I'll just, one of the plan that I have is that I just want to come back here and see how many waves or how many days in the first level that I can survive. So we'll see how it goes depending on how this series goes. So that's all the plan that I have. For now, I'm just trying to upgrade my settlement, or aka kingdom, and try to grow it much bigger than how it is now. I'm also trying to test one of my newer strategy of see if I should send my wall like this close as possible to the enemy border, because I think there will be some enemies that spew out more darkspawn or dark creatures. Darkspawn is from Dragon Age. Oh, that's the title. Yay, welcome to a game called Kingdom. Yeah, that's the thing that happens. I skipped the tutorial, so the thing was still there. I don't need a tutorial, I think. So let's just venture this way and see what happens. I already forgot what I was going to say. So this is the boat. Because we have now multiple levels, which is a biggest difference from the original Kingdom Classics. Now I have to build a boat, and it takes a lot of resources, a lot of my coins from my pocket to be able to build that. And with that boat, I'll have to carry it with a couple of engineers, I think, and then move it to the coastline area. And this is definitely good to upgrade, because that means I can now craft something made of stone, which is very good for later in the game. I think this is the other, no, it's not even. So sometimes map can be humongous, and I still don't know what this signpost means, but anyway, if I keep go further on, this is the end of the other map. This is the other end of the map. And look how gorgeous this place looks. All this fog and the small bit of water. That water on that rock is a little bit glitching, but I don't know if it's glitching or not. No, is it? It's definitely acting a bit weird. Let's ignore that. And what is this ghost lady? She could be my previous played character, but I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how I can change my character. I think there was a button that I can use it to change, but well, again, if you've been following my channel long enough, you would know that I play a lot of female characters. Not specifically because I want game to have more female characters. I personally don't really care about that. I don't know if I'm feminist or not, but if it's equal, I don't think it matters which gender a character or protagonist can be. So it doesn't really bother me either way. But well, there it is. I don't know. Oh, well, once in a while though, I do like diversity, and I think in this game, only my character can be female. I think everyone else, all my people, and I don't know about the animal. I'm not counting the animal. Those deer, some of those, no, they're actually male. I don't know if my horse is male or female. I don't know if my dog is male or female. But as long as it goes with human, they're all male. There's no female. So sometimes I put some female characters into the games for the diversity, but otherwise I guess I don't really care. So I cannot upgrade and spam it all the time. And at the moment I'm doing pretty well with my resources, but sometimes I have to calculate and measure that very thoroughly, especially when they're about to come in right now. I don't know if I'm particularly well prepared for this wave. Oh, there's one dark creature. Just one? Is that it? I have to be cautious sometimes, because sometimes there are ones who slow down and drag behind, and they trick me to believe that there's no more dark creatures. And then they suddenly comes in a wave and take all of my money, and then try to take my crown and beat me into a little pulp. I do not want that to happen, so I will be cautious a little bit. At the same time, do I want to expand through this area? Because the more tree I cut, the more, for example, rabbits can be found, which is where my money can also be coming from, among other different ways. Also, I can build stuff only in the area where there is no tree. So it is definitely a great idea if I cut the trees, but this seems very far. This seems a little too far for me. So I'm not sure if I should cut the tree. No, this is definitely not a place where I should expand. Well, it's only the first level, so my theory of trying to build a wall closest to their portal can wait, I guess. It can wait. But I should definitely put that theory into the test. It's still, again, it's the first level. It should be easily beatable. I think I can beat it right now as well, almost. Although it takes a little bit of time to move that boat and all that stuff, and I probably want to increase more population. And I just remembered, I was so busy talking that I saw these colonist tent, and I just turned around and started recruiting them. How freaking stupid I am. Okay, let's expand through this way, and hopefully that gives me a bit more defense. And I can also upgrade this, and see, my pockets already half empty, and I cannot hold infinite number. I'm gonna build another builder, have another builder. I cannot build infinite, I cannot have infinite number of coin. And that, as much as that would be nice, and as much as it doesn't sound like a big deal, it changes a lot of things. I cut a lot. Okay, let's cut these ones. And there's no more tree except on the background, but the background trees goes away if these trees are gone. So it'll expand automatically, and I will be able to build a lot of stuff in between, although I don't know if I need to, because these guys are cooking rabbits like Samwise Gamgee, maybe? References? No? Nobody gets it? Okay. I'm not sure what this guy do. So he seems to be he could be a banker. And the more I put money on him, more he seems to be collecting there, and he draws them out later. But I don't know, I still haven't figured out if he actually gives me some benefit with the amount of money that I can have, or am I just getting the same amount later. I think there are some what do you call it when you're on a debt, interest. I think there are increased amount of interest that you can earn later, but I'm not sure by how much. Maybe by some small amount of percentage, but we will see if we ever bother to see that. I'm just believing that it gives me increased amount of money, and in some level, that's basically that can be only way to earn money as well. It depending on how the map is generated. The maps are usually procedurally generated, although it's flat and there's only tree and some portals and some other upgradable stuff. Depending on how far they are and how they're placed and which order from my kingdom, it changes. It requires me to change my strategy dramatically sometimes. So it is very essential to know certain things, and some of the other things it's okay to be ignored. Can he give me money right now? No, I have to wait until morning. In the classic game, there was a little chest in the center of my kingdom, and that usually gave me the money whenever the sun came up. But now I have to send this trader on his path, and then he comes back with a load of money like that. And this guy also gives me some money. So I gave him 10, but he gave me 4. But will he give me more later? I do not know. I'm not going to give him money just yet. Did I even give him 10? I don't even remember that. But we will wait around and see how much money he will eventually give later. If overall, all put together, if it is not more than 10, then maybe he actually have no profitable interest. Maybe he's just sucking my money, tricking me to believe that it is a thing, and maybe that is another metaphor of possession and materialism, that these bankers will trick you to death, into your debt for your whole life, for the rest of your life and all that stuff. I heard that's the thing that usually happens in many other countries, especially is it only the first world country that those happens, or is it every countries? I have no idea. Alright, so see, building a little bit of that drained my money completely. Now I have no money to build anything unless my hunters has been doing some hunting. And I think they should have been able to do that. So I'm not really worried about my money situation. So he gave me 1. Fantastic. Now I'm slightly more worried, and the hunters were not outside. Sometimes they're NPC intelligent, because I don't know if I should call them artificial intelligent. I don't think they're anywhere near close to that. Sometimes their priority for their work isn't exactly helpful. Sometimes they screw things up. So I have to keep my eyes out for that, and I have to hopefully sometime lucky enough. Sometime I have to be a little lucky with where they prioritize things, or maybe I just have to study how their intelligence works out for me. Because sometimes I build towers outside of this wall, so that the archers can shoot not only on the wall, but what was that sound? I heard something huge moving, and I have no builder. This is exactly the problem that I'm trying to say here. That now we don't have a wall, because all of my builders went to build a boat, and they're gonna take a long time to finish that boat. And now it's a red moon. This is a disaster already. What the fuck? I was way too busy talking. Hopefully my archers can hold them back at least a little bit, but this doesn't look good at all. Okay, there's a builder. I'll have to hold them back myself. There is a way that I can hold them back. If they punch me, if the creatures punch this queen, my queen starts spewing out money. That sounds horrible, but it is what does happen. But if I willingly give it away, it drops it here. But if they punch me, there is a chance that I'll just drop it into the river, which means I'll lose that money and they will punch me more to get more. So that's a good metaphor to not to force things to a woman, I guess. Because all the energy and efforts, they're all going to waste. They're all going down to the drain. Where are the creatures? This is a red moon. There's supposed to be a creature. A big horde of them too. Maybe on the next wave. it's not entirely consistent as far as I've been able to tell. So that's one of the very unnerving thing about this game, is that I always believe that on the red moon like that, things get very bad, but sometimes it does not happen. Oh, there it is. They're just a little late. They were really far away. Alright, fortunately my wall has been slightly more fortified and I have a lot of archers, or hunters, to defend myself from that wave. So, for me, because I know how to play this game more or less, and I can play up to level 5 and level 4 and maybe a few days in that game, I'm okay to handle that just fine. But imagine you got into this game and you don't know how to play this game, and suddenly that number of things shows up and you have no archers, maybe a couple of archers, and very weak wall. They may go through your wall and they may eat your children. And that wouldn't be good. But I think I'm okay with it so far, although I've been miscalculating quite a lot of things. I think this first level is being very forgiving. So that has been the introduction to this new series, and I will definitely be playing more of these episodes whenever I get the chance, and it'll be fairly consistent, hopefully, along with my Fallout series and a couple of Minecraft that I've been working on recently. So we'll see how it goes, and also in the comment section, please tell me what you think about the new series, and would you like to see more of the review, or would you like to just see more of the raw gaming footage and stuff like that? Because I usually just like to play these games in the way I enjoy, instead of, I don't know, what's the other way? I don't know. Like, I'm not really that concerned about the number of viewers and subscribers, for example. Although it is a smart idea that I probably should have that in mind whenever I make a video. But I like to play a game in a way I enjoy, and I like to look at the video that has been played in a way that I enjoyed. So it would be a good memory for me more than anything. So that's how I like to play, but let me know if you have any suggestions, and if the suggestion is good for me as well and I thought it was interesting, and I will tell you that I am very easily inspired. I will definitely apply it to my future videos. But for now, thanks for watching, and hopefully on the next episode we will move on to the next land, because it's only level 1. Come on, let's get it moving. Alright, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next episode.